This is your full body yoga flow for energy. Hi, friend. I am Katie Arnold, and welcome back onto your mat. Welcome back to my channel. Today's class is a full body vinyasa flow to build some heat, build some energy in the body. This is a great class to take either first thing in the morning when you're starting to wake up, and maybe even in the afternoon, if you're hitting that wall, you're hitting that like midday slump, and you need a practice to reinvigorate yourself. You don't need any props for our practice today. So go ahead, roll out your yoga mat if it's not already, and meet me right back here. All right, we are getting started in a child's pose. Bring those knees about as wide as your yoga mat, big toes towards one another, and just start to walk your hands forward. Hips are pulling down towards your heels. Maybe the forehead can rest all the way down. And just start to take a few moments, take a few breaths to ground into our practice. To let go of whatever you may have been doing before this. To release whatever may be coming up after. And see if you can just invite yourself into the here, into the now. Maybe setting your intention for your practice today. And maybe that intention is just to build energy, to create the energy that you need to carry on with the rest of your day once we're done with our time together. And we'll seal in those intentions as we build our breath. So take a big inhale through the nose. Send that breath back out through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Slight constriction at the back of your throat. Exhale back out through the nose. It's that ocean sounding breath. Keep it going. Let your next inhale pull you up to a neutral tabletop position. Wrists underneath those shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then inhale to drop your belly, lift your gaze, coming through cow pose. Exhale, belly button to spine, chin to chest for cat. Inhale as your cow, heart shines forward, gaze pulls forward. Exhale through cat, let that spine round, pulling up towards the ceiling. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, spine rounds. Take 2 more rounds of this cat and cow and move at the pace of your breath. Let it be okay if it's a little bit faster or a little bit slower than mine. Tapping in your breath with your movement, what you need here. And then coming back to our neutral tabletop position, keep that left hand down. Inhale, reach that right arm up and open. And then exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left, coming into thread the needle. That right shoulder comes all the way down to the mat. That left hand can stay in front of the face, or you can walk it forward for the top, towards the top of your mat. We're here for 3 full rounds of breath. Last one. Slide that left hand back in front of the face, press into the palm. Inhale, sweep that right arm back up and open. And back down to that neutral tabletop position to take it to the other side. Inhale that left arm high. And exhale, threading it underneath the right. And coming into that thread the needle, same options on this side. Right hand can stay in front of the face, or you can walk it forward. Use this breath. If you moved that right hand, first bring it back in front of the face. Press into the palm. Inhale, sweep the left arm back up and open. And exhale back down to that tabletop position. Inhale for one round of cow. Exhale through cat. Inhale to that neutral tabletop position. Curl your toes under and let your hips go up and back, down dog. Feel free to pedal out the feet, bending one knee, bending the other. Walking out your downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Start to find some stillness. Feel the heels pulling down towards the mat. They don't need to actually touch, but they're moving in that direction. Think about sending the chest back towards your thighs, gazing in between those legs. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale that right leg high behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it on the outside of that right hand. Soften that left knee down. So those right toes are pointing to about 1 o'clock. We're in our lizard lunge. I sometimes like to take some small movements here, getting into those hips, finding the places that really need my breath. Last round. Curl those left toes under, lift that left knee up off of the mat, and then step it to the outside of the left hand, sink the seat down, Malasana Yogi Squat. Hands are gonna come to heart center, elbows on the inside of the knees, pressing the knees out wide. If this is too much, you just take the seat a little bit higher. So find the Malasana Yogi Squat that works for you. Again, I like to just shimmy a little bit is kind of the best way that I can think to word that. Just little gentle movement to find the places where I need to send my breath. I don't know about you, but my hips are very tight today, so this feels so good. This is really needed. Big breath in. Big breath out. Go ahead and plant your hands to the mat and step that right foot to the back of your mat. Soften that right knee down. We're just in that lizard lunge on the other side. So if you need to take any small adjustments here, go ahead and do so. Those left toes pointing to about 11 o'clock now. We're just staying up on tall arms, breathing into the hips. Curl those back toes under. Lift that right knee up off of the mat and step the left foot back to meet it. So we're in a high plank pose. Take a big inhale breath. Exhale, drop the knees to the mat, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lift your head, lift your chest, little baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale again, just like that. Baby cobra, very little weight in those hands, elbows pulling in close. Exhale, lower. One more inhale, lift up, invitation to put a little bit more weight in those hands, cobra pose, lifting a little bit higher. And exhale, lower down. Inhale up through your tabletop and back to downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath. Inhale, shift it back forward to that high plank and stay with straight legs or drop down onto your knees. Inhale, take a gentle shift forward. Shoulders come past the wrist creases. Exhale, lower halfway down, elbows close to the side of the body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Heart shines forward, thighs lift up off of the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go high. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale that right leg high behind you, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that right foot through in between your hands. We're in that runner's lunge. And then inhale, sweep both arms up for crescent. So arms reaching up and overhead. Right knee tracking over that right ankle. Pull that low belly in. Feel the energy up through the fingertips. Big inhale breath. Exhale, spin that back heel down. Open up to warrior two. We create a heel to arch alignment with your feet. So you could draw a line from the heel of that right foot to the inside arch of the left. Arms at a T, gazing over that front middle finger. Big breath in. Big breath out. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reach up and back, reversing your warrior. And exhale, windmill your hands all the way to the mat. Step it back to that high plank. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale, step it through in between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, reach both arms up for crescent. Find your balance. And if you feel like you're on a tightrope, heel toe that left foot a little bit more to the left side of your mat, widening out that base so it feels more like railroad tracks. Full breath. Stay for that inhale. Exhale, open up warrior two. So we're stacking those shoulders over our hips here. Still lunging into that front knee, but now hips are open towards the long edge of our mat. Full round. Flip that front palm. Inhale, reach up and back, reverse that warrior. Exhale, windmill those hands to the mat, step it back to that high plank. Inhale it forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full round of breath. We will take that through one breath, one movement. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Inhale, reach up for crescent. Exhale, open up warrior two. Flip that front palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill those hands all the way to the mat. Step it back, high plank. Inhale it forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We continue on right away. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. Inhale, reach up for crescent. Exhale, open up warrior two. Flip that front palm, inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill those hands to the mat, step it back, high plank. Inhale it forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, full round of breath. One more time through. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Your inhale is that crescent pose, your high lunge. Exhale, open up warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill those hands to the mat. Step it back, high plank. Inhale, forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach up, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill those hands to the mat. Step it back, high plank. Inhale it forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Notice if it got away from you. Reconnect with that inhale. Reconnect with that exhale. Reconnect with your intention. Feel the energy pulsing through your body right now. I know you feel it because I do too. One more round of breath. Inhale that right leg high. Exhale, bring that right knee behind that right wrist. Set up for your half pigeon pose. Left leg extends long on your mat. Take a moment to stay up on tall arms, finding the squaring of the hips. Big breath in. Either stay here or on that exhale, come down onto those forearms. We'll be here for about 8 breaths. Allow this breath to get out of this pose what you need. Sink in a little bit deeper if you have the space. Back out if it becomes too much. Start to make your way back up into those tall arms. Meet me in downward facing dog, letting those hips go back. Inhale that left leg high. Exhale, bring that left knee behind that left elbow. Setting up for your half pigeon on the other side, right leg extended. The closer you keep this left heel in towards the body, the less intense the stretch will be. The more parallel that shin becomes with the top edge of your mat, the deeper into your hips you'll go. So finding what works for you, take an inhale breath. As you exhale, maybe you come down onto those forearms. Settle in for your hip opening. First, coming back up into tall arms. This time, just roll onto that left hip, swing that right leg around. Extending both legs out long on your mat. Flex the toes back towards your face. Inhale, reach those arms up high. Exhale, start to fold forward. Think about bringing your chest to your toes and then rounding down. Take an inhale breath, maybe find a little bit more length. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Grabbing onto whatever is available to you today. Maybe it's the feet, maybe it's the ankles, maybe it's the shins. No judgments for wherever your body is at today. No judgments for whatever your body is needing. Inhale, sit back up nice and tall. Plant your feet on the mat and just lower all the way down onto your back. Bring the knees into your chest. Take some rocks side to side. Massaging out that low back. As you're ready, just extend each leg out long on your mat. Let your arms rest down by your side, your palms facing up towards the sky. A gentle act of receiving. Get out any of those wiggles that you need to find that place of comfort, to find a place of stillness and rest. Maybe close the eyes down or just soften your gaze down the tip of your nose. Release that Ujjayi breath and just allow your breath to flow naturally. Finding a few moments of peace and stillness. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Gently wiggle the fingers and toes. Taking any small movements to reawaken your body. Maybe a big good morning stretch, reaching long fingertips to toes. And rolling over onto your favorite side, coming into a fetal position. One more moment here to just feel completely supported. Pressing yourself up to any seat that is comfortable for you. Letting your sit bones be heavy, crown of your head pull up towards the ceiling. Inhale, sweep those arms out nice and wide. Palms are going to meet overhead. Exhale, let your hands come down through heart center. Thank you so much for joining me. Om Shanti. Peace. Thank you so much for that practice, for joining me, letting me guide your practice today. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to do so. Like this video, comment below, let me know what you're working on in your practice right now. If you don't already have my free mindful movement class calendar, the link is in the description below. And remember, sharing practices like this help people find more free yoga. So maybe share this practice with a friend of yours if you enjoyed it today. Come find me on Instagram at I am Katie Arnold and let me know what you need. All right, I will see you back on your mat for your next practice.